No matter the venue or the locale, when these two get together, you know the spirits are going to be flowing, the intensity will be high, and these two will be ready to write another chapter in their storied rivalry. Glad to have you with us from TIAA Bank Field, home of the Jaguars in the heart of Duval in Jacksonville, Florida. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gators will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Georgia's offense will get the ball first. The meeting last year between these two teams really underscored the fact that Georgia never really seemed to find its rhythm, and also sent signals that Florida may be on the rise.
Yeah, it was super close. Remember, DJ Lagway, who we all know is sensational, a stud. Like, he was playing really good football. He gets hurt, he goes out. Palmer, the Florida defense played great, turned over Carson Beck several times, but I think the quarterback spot they felt like held them back. That's not a thing today.
No, and I think Florida feels like they've recruited better and they've gotten some help from the portal. I think they feel like they line up and match up a little better. They're not equal to Georgia by any means yet, but I think Florida feels like they have the talent now. If they can stay healthy on the field, then anything in this game can happen.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Fires to the middle. Connection to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, give on the inside. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
Off play action on first down. Finds his man. It's Thomas. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
So difficult, because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
The Dogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. He'll do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
9th play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a 3rd down. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped at the 32, still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Florida's offense will go to work for the first time today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Quick step and go. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And, Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. We saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level. And with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And the Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off play action. Rushes on him. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Here's the handoff. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Fires to the middle. He makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The Gators, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Wilson. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. He'll keep it himself. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
And this one is perfect. And the field goal ties it up here in the 2nd quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Handoff to the home back. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But, man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you've played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
Got it set up on the outside. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Line getting set on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's dealt. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes a nice grab at the 25. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Just a short pass to the tight end. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Makes the grab. It's Hansen. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge of your seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Gators and Bulldogs. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. 2 teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Florida and Georgia plays out.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
No, and a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And the defense doing its job again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground, forcing a 3rd down situation, likely to be a pass. Both defenses have played a really good football game so far.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying play action. Catch in the middle, it's Wilson. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Caught in the backfield, it's Frazier. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Wide receiver going in motion. Grab behind the line. It's dealt. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
Here on third down for this offense. To the air. It's Stockton. Looking left. It's caught. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Snagged in the middle. It's Thomas.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Thomas. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. Wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Spins away from the defense.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And this time they're waiting for him, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Back to pass, it's Stockton. Fires to the tight end. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the third. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. So we open the final period with a third down play. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, I'll tell you, he picked a good time to have his longest run of the day. Really nice job there, feeling the pressure, buying himself some time, and then taking off and getting north. And just so gifted when he's in the open field. That's going to really give a jolt to his offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quick completion on the out. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some err on it and throw it outside of the guy, but tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. The play action fake. Pocket breaking down. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Motion from the back. To the air, it's Stockton. Got his man quickly. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third down, he drops to throw. Touchdown, Dogs! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The Dogs haven't just been hungry, they've been famished. They have just eaten up this offense all day.
Everything they've tried to do hasn't worked. This defense, not only are they well organized, not only are they talented, they're well coached, they listen, they play so hard, they don't give you a thing.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
To the air, it's Lagway. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. power football with the run. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And here's the thing, the strategy. You want to run the ball because, yes, you want to score and you want to win, but you don't want to leave a lot of time left on the clock for their offense to get another opportunity. So that's a bit of the gamesmanship going on right now. And I think you're seeing that with their offensive coordinator and his choice in play call.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
I just don't like the play call, guys. 2 straight runs, and you're just wasting clock. At this juncture of the game, you need to score, and you got to score quickly. Running the ball is not going to get it done.
The Gators line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Jackson. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Wilson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Hansen. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the air, it's Lagway. Catch in the middle, it's Ball. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
In this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Here comes the heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Last chance, and he's got it! He's got it for the touchdown, and they can send it to overtime with the kick, or do they dare try to win it here?
Man, you did the hard part. What a drive, putting points together, getting 6. Now, what are you going to do? Decision time. Do you want to go for the win right now, go for the 2-point conversion, or kick this thing and go into overtime with seconds running down on the clock?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
And the Gators had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Shoots his way for more. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Running to the left. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Put themselves in a bit of a bind with that last one. It's 2nd and 14. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Quickly complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Staring at a 3rd and long here in this first overtime possession. They're going back to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12, chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down? They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. Good right down the boulevard. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. They try to pop a run on the draw. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. With a condensed field in overtime, if you can establish the run, it is a huge advantage.
Big-time advantage. You establish your physicality, come out the gates, put you in a positive way. Now, I can play action, opens the whole playbook.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the RPO. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Caught in the backfield, it's Branch. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Looking downfield. It's Stockton. He got it in, and the celebration is on. A walk-off touchdown in OT. Another chapter of this rivalry in the books, and this one goes to the Dogs, who hunkered down and took out the Gators. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.